Okay, we are going to work on 3 chords to learn this song. It's going to be really easy and fun because each of these chords, the first chord is a 1-finger chord, the second chord is a 2-finger chord, and the third chord is a 3-finger chord. It is C, F, and G. So we're going to work on each one of these separately. So first off, let me talk about what you're seeing. I'm going to put a chord chart on the screen, and you'll notice what it shows is the uke, and it usually goes from the right to the left. The right being the higher strings, the left being this string. So if I were to turn the uke this way, this is what it looks like. All right? Each dot shows where your finger goes, and it's usually right above the fret or right on the fret that you need to do. So the first chord is C. It's a 1-finger chord, and you use your ring finger on the 3rd fret right here of the 1st string. Easy enough. Now, a couple of things to note when you fret a note. First off, make sure your hand is in a puppet position. Even when you do this, if you notice the way my hand holds the uke right there, then when you push down on this, your thumb should be slightly underneath it like that. Press down a little bit. It doesn't have to be very hard. Also, even though the note may show it right on top of the fret, you want to put your finger just behind the fret. And for this exercise, play the C chord a few times. Until you get comfortable with it. The next chord is F, and it's a 2-finger chord, and we're going to be using our index finger and the middle finger. We're going to start building this chord first by putting the middle finger on the top string, the 4th string at the 2nd fret, right there. Same kind of thing applies. Let me show you where my thumb is because we're using a different thing. Kind of has a little pinch action, and then just play that a few times with just your middle finger. Okay? Now, we're going to skip the 3rd string and put our 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. So it looks like this. If you can look at the diagram, that's what it should look like, just behind that. And then if you stroke it, there's our F chord. Once again, middle finger, 2nd fret, 4th string, 1st finger, 1st fret, 2nd string. So we're skipping that 3rd one. I'll also note on this time when you see the chord, anytime you see the little 0 on top of the string means you're playing it open. The other notation is it would be an X, which means you want to mute it and not play the string. But for these chords, play those strings that you're skipping open. Sounds really nice. So take this shape and just play it a few times. The last chord we're going to learn is the G chord. And we're going to use 3 fingers. We're going to use these 3 fingers, the index, the middle, and the ring finger. And we will start with the index finger. And here's the key to the G. You use the index finger and the middle finger like fangs. But you're going to put them, the index finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, like this. But your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, which means we're going to skip the 3rd string. We're actually not going to skip it, but the reason I told you to do the fangs because these 2 go on the same fret, like this. Then you're going to take your ring finger and put it on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string to make a little triangle. So it's easier to see here on the diagram, but should sound like that. Should look, let me turn my hand, look a little bit more like this. Okay, now one of the things you may not be able to do is get this index finger right up on there. You don't have to, as long as you know you need to press down. If you hit in the middle, it should be okay. All right, so it's a little triangle right here. Index, 2nd fret, 3rd string, middle finger, 2nd fret, 1st string, and ring finger, 3rd fret, your little triangle, and there is your G chord. We're going to work on the first 2 chords, which are the C and the F chords. So we want to learn how to play those 2 back and forth. And the way we want to do that is we start with the C chord, which is the ring finger, the 3rd fret. So to make it the easiest, we're going to go from the C to the F, which is the middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and the index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, like this. But we're going to go back and forth. The way we're going to do that is start by playing the C chord 4 times, and then stop. Now, stop for a moment, readjust to the F chord, which is right here. And once you get your finger set, play that 4 times. And then stop. Then go back to the C chord, which is right here. And stop. Then go back to the F chord. Now for this exercise, we're just going to get used to going from the C chord to the F chord. But I just showed you 4 counts, but for this exercise, I want you to do 8 counts. But we're not going to stop in the middle. We're going to do it somewhat slowly. So we do 8 counts of C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then move to the F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then the C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the exercise, and if you want to use a metronome, I would recommend it. And if you can't move quickly, move. If you can't transition easily, move slowly. It will take a while to get your hands programmed to go from the C to the F very cleanly. All right, that's why on the exercise, don't worry if you have to stop to adjust. Try to get there as fast as you can, but it's more important that you get your brain used to playing the chord accurately and clearly than playing it fast. So slow it down to what you need to do. 8 beats, that's 2 measures at 4/4 time per chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then the F, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. F, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C. F. C. F. I would keep doing that, and if you want to practice along with me playing it, this is at a relatively moderate pace. If you need to slow it down first, then come back to the video and work on these 2 chords together. Now, we're going to work on the other 2 chords, which are F and G. So we're going to practice moving from the F to the G chord. So the F chord, if you remember, is the middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string and the index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Okay? And then the G is the fangs. The first finger, your index finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and then your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, leaving the second string for you to put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, the triangle, right? This is going to be a little bit more challenging than going from C to F because we're going from 2 fingers to 3, but you do it the same way. First, get used to playing the F, play 8, then stop, adjust to the G, then go back to the F, play it 8 times, then the G, then the F, and then the G. And as a bonus, when you're done, play the C. Okay, just one time. So I'm going to play through the exercise again, that you can either play with me or first do it at your own pace. Do 8 counts of F, 8 counts of G. And if you need to put a little gap between them just to get your fingers used to it, that's okay. What I'm about to play is where we want to be in your level of comfort, moving between the F chord and the G chord. So here we go. F. G. F. G. F. G. F. G. And then for a bonus, play the C.